Hello, everyone. This is Do a Dreamer. So, yes, today I'm here with my good friend, my best friend, actually, Richard Korra Kenobi, aka the Jedi Bender. And today we're going to be doing a prediction video on the next episode of Death Battle, which is going to feature a battle between Optimus Prime versus the original Gundam, the RX-78-2 Gundam, or how you say his first name again?
Armoro, Ray.
Armor Ray, yes. So yeah, and that was actually Richard Korra Kenobi. How you doing, Richard?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Good to be back on YouTube, doing what I love doing best. Predictions with you and for the whole fans.
Yes. So anyway, guys, I just want to let you guys know that going forward, the predictions for Death Battle is going to be conducted by both me and Richard going forward, because one, I really want to help his channel out, and two, I think we have great chemistry when it comes to predictions. Don't
Absolutely.
you think?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We've been doing this for a long time, so absolutely, man.
Oh so I was psyched, and I found out that it was going to be Optimus Prime versus the original Gundam. And you know, funny thing is, I was planning on having that battle for battle mode. Actually, I was so prepped to do it, and then when I heard that Death Battle was gonna do it, I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna do it justice. But you found out before a lot of people too.
Yes, I did. I tuned in to the RTX stream ScrewAttack had, where they talked about a lot of their upcoming projects, and they showed a teaser, sorry, for their next death battle after Carnage versus Lucy, which is Optimus Prime versus the original Mobile Suit Gundam. And so, yeah, I was excited when I heard that, because this is a heavily requested match. This being a heavily requested season, Optimus versus the Gundam has been many times heavily requested. I cannot count the amount of times people have wanted to see this fight. Now, we should clarify, because I know a lot of people who aren't familiar with Gundam, this is the original, as Duo said, this is the original Gundam. This is not the Burning Gundam. That is from a different series.
Yeah, that's from, I believe, G Gundam. I believe.
Yes,
Yeah, that was from G Gundam. But we're looking at the original, the first ever Gundam. Although the model is actually the second prototype of the RX-78.
Yes,
that's
correct.
something to be clear. But in terms of, like, say, notoriety and whatnot, it's going to be the RX-78-2, which is the second prototype Gundam suit, being piloted by Ray. It's going to be Ray. There have been multiple pilots for that particular model, but they're going to be using Ray. They're definitely going to be using Ray, but he's pretty much like well known for riding it, and also he's the first.
Yes, he is. He's the first to pilot it, and he's the first to master the capabilities of this new Gundam.
Right. And also, as for Optimus, I know some people is going to say, well, there's so many Optimus Primes out there, which is true. There's so many incarnations.
Yes.
But they are specifically going to be using Generation 1. Now, as for sources for Generation 1, I know they're definitely going to go for the 80s cartoon. They had a comic book series through Marvel. They still have a comic book series through IDW Publishing, which is going on right now, I believe.
Yes.
Also, there is a video game, two particular video games, Transformers, I think it's War.
Yes, War for Cybertron. And then Fall of Cybertron.
Right. And that is actually canon to the G1. And I know some people's going to say, like, well, he doesn't look like the Optimus Prime we all know and love. That's because in Cybertron, they look different. They even transform into different vehicles. And the reason why he looks the way he looks, like we all know him, is because he scanned a tractor-trailer truck, and that's where we have him now.
Yes, so yes, there's a lot of sources they're going to be using for G1, so don't worry. G1 has a lot of sources to go around, so this is going to be pretty much an even fight.
Right. So we're not going to see Optimus Prime from Transformers Energon, Transformers Prime, Transformers Robots in Disguise, even the Michael Bay version. We're not going to be seeing any of that. It's all going to be Generation 1.
We're very excited for this fight. It's going to be a 3D fight. Now, it's not going to be Torian. Torian announced a couple of days ago that he is officially done animating for Death Battle. Not permanently, as far as we know, but he's done for now. He's going to go work on a new Rooster Teeth show called Genlock. So this fight will actually be in this fight will be in Unreal Engine. So that's yes.
The first one to ever be in Unreal Engine. So
yes.
I'm really excited for that.
Yes, me too. The voice actors sound great, and I can't wait to see what they bring to the table.
Me too, man. But anyway, enough bantering. So let's talk about who we think is going to win this battle between Optimus Prime and Rey, who is going to be piloting the original Gundam. So first thing I want to mention to people is that this is actually more of a fight between Optimus and Rey, because Rey is the pilot of the original Gundam.
That is correct, yes. So this won't be a fight with Optimus or versus the RX-78-2 Gundam. Like this, as Duo just said, yes, it's more of the pilot versus the machine. So this is going to be a very interesting battle, and I know a lot of people want to know right off the bat what makes these two similar to have them do battle. Well, they're both robots from the 80s. They both can transform, and they both have been through a lot of combat, and basically they both have their arch nemesis that they try to defeat on a daily basis.
Right. So with that being said, I just wanted to clarify that, because I know with Death Battle they're gonna be talking about Rey as the pilot, because the Gundam can't pilot itself. You know what I mean?
No.
But we are still going to talk about the special features of the Gundam. But
yes, we will.
But we're still going to also talk about Rey, because we can't talk about the Gundam without talking about the pilot.
Absolutely.
All right. So anyway, I've watched a little bit of the original Gundam. I wasn't a big fan of it. I was more of a fan of Gundam Wing. I know you told me, Rich, that you've watched some of the episodes of the original Gundam series.
Yes, I have. As of right now, as we're recording this, I have seen 15 episodes of the original Mobile Suit Gundam show. Now, I know a lot of people are going to immediately call false on that, because there's 46 episodes. Well, understand, for the purposes of this, I couldn't watch all 46 episodes in time, but for what I did watch, I do have a basic understanding of how Amuro and the Gundam work. So Don't worry, I will be doing my best to do the Gundam justice.
Okay, so let's talk about Amuro. As far as I know, Amuro is a new type, which is a type of human that was born in space, and they have some special abilities like spatial awareness and also quick reaction times and a fast brain.
Yes.
And what a little proof on that is when he first come up to the Gundam, he read the manual and pretty much mastered it quick. Like, he was a quick study.
Yes, that's correct. After he read the manual, he was able to get inside the cockpit of the Gundam, and he was immediately able to deduce everything in the control cockpit was exactly how it was described in the manual. So automatically, within the span of maybe a few minutes, he was able to immediately pilot this new Gundam. But over time, he did learn how to handle it well, and he does maintain constant frequencies and maintenance on the thing, and he's been able to pretty much master and hone his skills within the Gundam.
Right, and pretty much the type of skills he learned, most pilots would take longer to learn.
Yes, that is correct.
Master. So he is a quick study. He thinks on his feet and whatnot, because he's a new type. It's mainly because he's a new type, and like I said, his reaction time is very, very uncanny as well. Like, he can react to most firearms and whatnot, and so I would have to say, in my opinion, in reaction time, I give the edge to Amuro.
Yes, I could definitely see that, although I know some people will try and tell us that Optimus has a greater reaction speed. We'll just know that in reaction speed, we're mainly talking about how fast can someone react in the heat of battle, or even react outside of battle, because Amuro has been trained to be a pilot and be a ground special forces. So he does have some military training, even if he's not in the Gundam, but he mainly prefers to be in the Gundam to win the battles.
Exactly. So, but anyway, so we just did a little bit on Armoro. Now we're going to talk about the RX-78-2, which is again the second prototype of that series of models, and it was actually the first of its kind too. The armor of that Gundam is made of lunar titanium alloy, which is it's pretty much a fictional metal that is stronger and lighter than titanium, pretty much.
Yeah, yes, of course. It wouldn't be a fictional fight to the death if someone didn't have a new type of titanium that could bend and be more durable or lighter than regular titanium.
Right. And it did later on it did change its name to Gundarian, Darium, in honor of the RX series. It was in honor of that. It was called the Gundarium alloy. However, though, I just want to make it perfectly clear. I know some people are gonna say, so it's the same material as like the other Gundams in the future, like say Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing, the Gundams were a different type of metal called Gundanium, not Gundarium, Gundanium.
Yes.
And it's made totally different. It has other special features, so it's two different metals between the Gundam from the original and the Gundam from like say Gundam Wing and further on and whatnot. So I just want to make that perfectly clear.
Yes, that is correct. Also, not only does the RX-78.2 Gundam come with standard lunar titanium alloy, which has been able to protect it from most blaster shots. It is bulletproof, as we've seen the RX model take bullets straight point blank, and it's fine. It can take most lasers. It can even survive the heat of re-entering the Earth's atmosphere only through specific circumstances. But not only is it durable, it's also quite a fighter, too. The RX model, of course, comes with the standard plasma rifle, which does have limited ammo, so Armoro has to be careful on how many times he uses it. And this little rifle is a powerful weapon. It was able to one-shot a bunch of other enemy Gundams, and it was able to...
I just want to correct you on that. They're not really Gundams, they're just mobile suits.
Yeah, exactly, mobile suits.
Yeah, I just don't want them to attack you saying they're not Gundams, but
yes,
they're just regular mobile suits.
Yes, regular mobile suits, thank you. And then, of course, he has his standard shield. Now, this shield is able to block projectiles and survive some type of elemental attacks, but it is not indestructible. It has been literally broken apart by enough force, and it is only able to protect Armoro for a short time. So he can only use this thing sparingly. And of course, he also has Vulcan guns in the upper part of the Gundam's head, which is very good for getting him out of situations when he's about to get cornered. And lastly, what this Gundam is famous for, and what all Gundams have, is the beam sabers. Yes. Armoro has 2 of these. He can pull them out anytime, and unlike other beam sabers, to my knowledge, I'm not that thused in other Gundam shows, but from what I know of this one, Armoro can't just use these beam sabers for just, standard attacks. He can also extend them to a staff. So if he needs to tear apart a larger ship, the beam sabers can extend. So they're quite versatile, and these things can take down other mobile suits and slice them apart like butter.
Yup, because it does have that type of capability to slice through. Even it can slice through titanium. So let's just say that it can slice through titanium. He also has another weapon, which is like a hammer type thing.
Yes, it is a hammer. He's only used this hammer once, but it has to be launched to him via Sayla and Bright. So he doesn't carry his hammer with him. It's not a part of his standard tool. So pretty much in order for him to get the hammer, he would have to call upon Sayla and Bright to pretty much launch it to him.
Right. And he also has this a hyper bazooka as well, which
Yes, he
does have a
does.
bazooka, so that also packs a large punch when it
Oh
comes
yes.
to, because I even have the gunpla of the RX-78-2, and it comes with the bazooka, and I was like, oh shit, this looks
Yeah,
awesome.
yes, and not only does it look awesome, you better believe, unlike other human bazookas, this thing can take down multiple mobile suits. It is possible for it to take down an enemy ship, but just like the plasma rifle, it does run on limited ammo. But what's also impressive about this thing, if this thing were to be detonated or destroyed, it would have the power to take out an enemy mobile suit. So if Amuro threw the bazooka, shot it, then it would be able to take out an enemy mobile suit, which is quite impressive. And the last thing that the Gundam has that Amuro has said that has saved his butt many times, this Gundam has a learning system. Now, this learning system is not identical to, say, Epion, because as we all recall from Tiger Zord versus Epion, the Epion model had a system that could not only predict enemy patterns, but it could tell the future. This one is very different.
This is called the Zero system.
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. This learning system that the RX model has, it is able to actually not only predict enemy fight patterns, but it is also capable of learning as it fights. Meaning, if Amuro engages against somebody who is above average skill and even greater than his own, the RX model will record these fight patterns, and it will pretty much try to adapt to what the enemy is doing. So say if Amuro and the RX system go against somebody bigger than himself, he throws a punch, it doesn't work. This time, or the next time I should say, the RX system will learn from its mistake. So it's pretty much akin to a Saiyan fighter, whereas Saiyans, they can learn new fighting styles and how to adapt to them as they fight. It's very similar to this. So this makes Amuro and his Gundam very dangerous, and in my opinion, this is basically what's going to be more of a challenge to Optimus Prime.
Right. And let's not forget the height and its weight.
Yes.
It does tower Optimus Prime because it's about 60 feet tall.
Yes.
60 feet tall. And I know some people are going to say, well, that's not really much of a fight between someone where Optimus is about 18 feet.
Yes,
so
yes, he
there
is.
Is a big, huge gap in terms of height and whatnot. But Optimus does have some other things that could increase his size and stuff, but we'll get to that later when we talk more about Optimus Prime and his abilities and whatnot. But are there any other things about Amuro that we need to cover?
As far as I know, no. Again, as I said, I have only seen 15 episodes, so just going off of what Death Battle will be taking into account here, I say that this pretty much covers all of Amuro's basic equipment and him in general. Now, if I did miss something, just again, gonna repeat myself, I have not seen the whole series, guys. I'm only halfway there, so if I did miss something, please let me know. And if you think this can change the outcome in Amuro and the Gundam's favor, then just let me